Once upon a time, in a world not unlike our own, the ancient Irish goddess Morrigan and the sun god Lugh found themselves at odds with one another. Morrigan, known as the Phantom Queen and Queen of Shadows, was the goddess of death, war, and fate. And her powers allowed her to control the outcome of battles and to manipulate the fates of those she deemed worthy. Lugh, on the other hand, embodied the light and life of the world, and his powers included healing, prophecy, and mastery over fire and the arts. As the two clashed, Lugh became determined to end Morrigan's reign as a goddess of death and war. Despite her fearsome powers, Morrigan found herself at a disadvantage against Lugh's strength and resolve. Sensing that her defeat was imminent, she quickly cast a spell that would protect her from harm. The spell entrapped her spirit within the eye of a modern human, a young woman named Sarah. What Morrigan didn't know was that Sarah's eye was altered since birth. It was said that whoever had the altered eye would have the power to see and control the spirit realm. The eye was a gift from the gods and was a sign that the person it belonged to was chosen for a special destiny. The eye was named the Oculus Deorum, which meant Eye of the Gods. Lugh was shocked to find that his efforts to destroy Morrigan had been foiled. He searched the world for the vessel that now held the goddess, determined to finish what he had started. Sarah was living her life as usual, unaware of the powerful spirit that had taken up residence within her. But as she went about her daily routines, she began to notice that strange things were happening around her. Objects would move of their own accord, and she would experience vivid, frightening visions that seemed to come from another world. She soon realized that Morrigan's spirit was influencing her actions, and that she was being used as a vessel for the goddess's powers. Sarah tried to rid herself of Morrigan's spirit, but the goddess had already merged with her, becoming one with the young woman's body and soul. Sarah was no longer just a vessel, but a true host to the goddess. As the two struggled for control of Sarah's mind and body, Lugh closed in on them, determined to end Morrigan's reign once and for all. The climax of the story took place in a remote forest, where Sarah and Lugh finally confronted one another. Lugh was shocked to find that the once helpless vessel was now a powerful and formidable opponent, wielding the goddess's powers with ease. Sarah, consumed by Morrigan's spirit, was a force to be reckoned with, and the two clashed in a fierce battle that threatened to tear the world apart. In a surprising turn of events, Sarah used her newfound power to control the outcome of the battle, easily defeating Lugh and ending his threat to Morrigan once and for all. She also was able to absorb Lugh's spirit into her Oculus Deorum, becoming the host to both Morrigan and Lugh. With the two powerful spirits within her, Sarah now had the power to shape the fate of the world as she saw fit. From that day forward, Sarah walked the earth as a vessel to two of the most powerful gods in Irish mythology. Sarah quickly realized the full extent of her powers. With both Morrigan and Lugh within her, she now had the ability to control the fates of gods and mortals alike. The other gods soon became aware of Sarah's growing power, and they began to fear her. But Sarah was one step ahead of them. She used her powers to manipulate the fates of the gods, leading them on a wild goose chase as she absorbed their spirits one by one. With each spirit she absorbed, Sarah grew stronger, and soon she had absorbed the spirits of all the gods of Irish mythology. She was now the most powerful being in the world, with control over life, death, war, and fate. As the gods realized what had happened, they were stunned. They had never encountered a being like Sarah before, and they were powerless to stop her. Sarah had a vision of a world where gods and mortals lived together in peace and harmony, free from the petty squabbles that had plagued the world for eons. And with her newfound power, Sarah began to put her vision of a perfect world into action. She used her Oculus Deorum to absorb the spirits of both gods and humanity, merging them together into a single, harmonious entity. Eventually, Sarah grew old and passed away. But her legacy lived on, as the universe within her Oculus Deorum continued to flourish and evolve. The gods and humanity remained trapped within her eyes, living out their lives in this new world. As the generations passed, the people within the Oculus Deorum forgot their origins and began to view their world as the only reality. They created new religions and beliefs, and a new society formed, one that was entirely separate from the world outside. The Oculus Theorem became a black hole, a gateway to another universe, one that was forever bound to the outside world, yet forever separate from it.